Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shatter everything you thought you knew about the NFL's biggest rumors. Prepare yourself, because what I'm about to reveal is so breathtaking, so explosive, that the entire league is on fire behind the scenes right now. There's a secret buried deep within the walls of the Buffalo Bills, a piece of information so explosive it could reshape the entire future of this franchise, and possibly the NFL at large. I've got sources who are in the inner sanctum, inside the most confidential meetings, the ones that never see the light of day. They just confirmed something utterly incredible, something that, until now, has been hidden behind a wall of secrecy, guarded by the most powerful executives in the league. This isn't just a rumor, it's a seismic shift in the making, a deal so massive that it could change the landscape forever. And I'm telling you, what I have is real. It's verified. It's happening in the SHADOWS right now as we speak. The whispers are turning into roars, and the league's top insiders are all talking about an elite superstar, a game changer, a player whose arrival would turn the tide for any contender. And here's the kicker. This superstar isn't just any player. He's one of the best in the league, a force that could redefine what a team is capable of. But if I told you his name now, it would blow the roof off this entire story. So stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will rewrite NFL history. This is not just a rumor. This is a full-blown, clandestine operation that's about to explode. Buckle up, because what's coming is the biggest story you will hear all year, and I promise you won't want to miss a second. Now I need you to do something crucial. If you're truly a part of the inner circle, if you know what's coming, then you understand the importance of action. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash that like, and activate the notification bell. Because what I'm about to unfold is so massive, so secretive, that only those with the inside scoop can truly grasp the magnitude. This isn't for the casual fan. This is for the diehards, the fans who crave exclusivity, who understand that in the NFL, power moves are made in silence, and the next 48 hours could determine the future of the league's most iconic franchise. If you're ready to get the real story, then stay tight. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't just a rumor, it's a Pandora's box, and once opened, nothing will ever be the same. Right now, the Buffalo Bills are in chaos. Their front office is a hive of activity, phones ringing off the hook, agents racing against the clock, agents whispering offers, executives whispering strategies. And what's the target? They need a game changer. They need a defensive superstar, someone who can elevate a whole defense, someone who commands respect in the trenches. For months, they've been searching, digging, orchestrating a plan so delicate that only the inner circle knows how close they are to pulling it off. Behind secured doors, encrypted calls, private jets flying under the cover of darkness, every move is calculated, every step is precise. They've sat through secret meetings with top agents, negotiated under the table, and even explored unlikely options across the league. The question isn't if they're making a move, it's who. Who could be worth this kind of gamble? Who could shift the power balance? And the whispers have all pointed toward someone extraordinary, someone whose name is a legend in the making. And then they found HIM. Yes, I said HIM, the name that's been circling the league, the player who has turned heads everywhere he's gone. The player who has been quietly simmering, waiting for the perfect moment to make his move. And now the pieces are aligning, the pieces are falling into place, and what's about to happen will shock the entire NFL universe. I'm talking about Max Crosby. Yes, Max Crosby, the relentless pass rusher, the Dominican destroyer, the guy who's been tearing through offensive lines for years. But this isn't just another story about a talented edge rusher. No, this is about the next-level move, the kind of deal that could make him the cornerstone of a franchise's future ambitions. Because if you think Crosby is just a great player now, wait until you hear what's unfolding behind the scenes, what the league's top power brokers are whispering about in hushed tones. Let's dig deep into the numbers, the facts, and the pure potential. Max Crosby, as of January 27, 2026, is just 28 years old, an elite age for a defensive star looking to be the face of a franchise for the next decade. His career stats are nothing short of staggering. Over 7 seasons, he's established himself as one of the most relentless pass rushers in the game, an unstoppable force with a motor that never quits. In 2022 alone, Crosby racked up a career-high 12.5 sacks, leading the league in tackles for loss with an astonishing 22, an NFL record that cemented his reputation as one of the most disruptive defenders in the game. His physicality is unmatched, standing around 6'5" and weighing close to 260 pounds. Crosby combines size, speed, and relentless tenacity that offensive tackles fear. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, an honor only given to those truly at the top. He's been selected for the All-Pro team twice, in 2021 and 2023, proof that his peers and media recognize his elite talent. And his contract, oh, this is where it gets even more interesting. Crosby inked a historic 3-year deal worth $106.5 million last March, with a staggering $91.5 million guaranteed, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history at the time. This deal runs through 2027, and it's clear he's a franchise cornerstone. But here's the twist. Despite the record-breaking contract, the Raiders have kept him in their crosshairs as a trade target, especially as the team transitions into a rebuild phase. They're no longer just content with him as a Raider. They're eyeing him as a potential franchise-changing piece for another team, and that's where the real story begins. Why would the Bills even consider such a move? Well, let's look at their current state. Buffalo, a team with an incredible offense led by Josh Allen, has been desperately searching for that missing piece on defense, a game-changer who can turn their defense from good to unstoppable. They've been in the market for years, chasing after top-tier pass rushers, cornerbacks, and defensive playmakers. Their current roster is solid, but it's clear they need that one superstar who can command double teams, disrupt schemes, and lift the entire team. Crosby is exactly that player. His relentless motor, his elite pass-rushing ability, and his proven production make him the perfect fit for Buffalo's aggressive style. Imagine him lining up opposite Von Miller or integrating into a scheme that maximizes his explosiveness. The potential is limitless, but it's not just about talent on the field. Behind the scenes, the league's top brass knows he's a leader, a player who commands respect in the locker room, a guy who embodies toughness and resilience, the kind of player you build around. And now the whispers are growing louder. NFL insiders like Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and others have been dropping hints that the Bills are very close to pulling the trigger on a deal that would send Crosby from Las Vegas straight into the heart of Buffalo. The question is if, it's when. And trust me, the league is watching, counting every minute until this bombshell drops. Now let's dig into the heart of this story. What makes Max Crosby the ultimate target? His dominant playing style is ferocious. Think about a player who combines his size with an almost supernatural quickness, an edge rusher who can beat blockers with relentless speed one play, then power through the next. His motor is relentless. He never takes a play off. His pass rush repertoire includes everything from explosive bull rushes to lightning-fast swim moves, making him virtually unblockable when he's at his best. His ability to collapse the pocket and force turnovers is what sets him apart from most defenders in the league. Career-wise, Crosby has been a cornerstone of the Raiders' defense since 2019. Drafted in the 4th round, 106th overall, he's defied all odds, rising to become a top-tier NFL star. By the time he signed his record-breaking extension, he'd already made 2 Pro Bowls and was recognized as one of the league's premier pass rushers. His 2022 season saw him annihilate offensive lines, tallying 12.5 sacks and leading the NFL with 22 tackles for loss, a number that speaks volumes about his disruptive impact. And his awards? 5 straight Pro Bowls from 2021 to 2025 and multiple All-Pro honors. His versatility is undeniable. He can rush the passer, drop into coverage occasionally, and set the edge in run defense. His physicality and work ethic are legendary, a player who's respected even by rivals. And now he's entering the peak of his career, perfect timing for a team like the Bills that's on the cusp of greatness. But beyond the stats, what truly makes Crosby a star is his story. Overcoming adversity early in his career, battling injuries, and proving his worth after every challenge. His leadership on and off the field has been recognized across the league. And if he joins Buffalo, he instantly becomes the centerpiece of a defense that desperately needs a leader, a game winner, a difference maker at a position that often defines the outcome of games. And the contract. A staggering deal worth over $106 million, with almost $92 million guaranteed. That kind of investment isn't just about money. It's a statement. It's about trust, about betting on a top-tier talent to be the anchor for a franchise's future. But here's the catch: if the Bills pull this off, it sends shockwaves through the league. Because Crosby isn't just a player, he's a symbol of what a modern NFL star should be: elite, relentless, clutch, and now, potentially, a franchise legend in Buffalo. So what do all these pieces tell us? The league is in a frenzy. The insiders are whispering about a blockbuster deal that could send Crosby to Buffalo, an aggressive, bold move that could be the defining moment of the 2026 offseason. The question isn't just about whether it happens. It's about when, how, and what it means for the league's future. And I can tell you this: the next 48 hours will be the most critical in NFL history. Because with every passing second, the dominoes are falling closer to the biggest trade in recent league memory. Hold tight, because I'm not done yet. The behind-the-scenes drama is even more unbelievable. Trusted sources from the NFL insiders have been ringing me all night, confirming that the league's top executives are working behind closed doors, orchestrating every detail. Names like NFL GM genius Brandon Beane, the mastermind who's quietly been building this potential blockbuster, are buzzing in my ear. He's been working in the shadows, an architect with a vision to reshape the Bills' defense into an unstoppable fortress. The league's best teams are poring over film, trying to block this deal, trying to sway Crosby's camp, but he's made it clear: HES ready to win. And that's what makes this story so tantalizing. Rival teams like the 49ers, the Patriots, and even the Bears are desperately trying to hijack this plan. They're throwing everything they have: draft picks, players, future assets, anything to derail the deal. But the question remains: can they stop it? Will the league's power brokers allow this move to happen? Because if it does, it's not just about a player, it's about a statement to the entire league. The Bills are about to become a true nightmare for defenses across the NFL. And what about Crosby himself? All signs point to a player who's eager, motivated, and ready to embrace a new chapter. His recent interviews, the ones where he talks about loving Vegas and wanting to finish his career as a Raider, those are just cover stories. Behind closed doors, the real plan is unfolding. A plan that could see him donning a new uniform, leading a new defense, and cementing his legacy as one of the greatest edge rushers in NFL history. Now, let's talk about what this move means, financially, schematically, and culturally. The Bills, with their current cap space of around $22 million, are planning a massive overhaul. Crosby's massive salary would fit perfectly into their scheme, anchoring their defense for years to come. His style, fast, relentless, aggressive, is exactly what Buffalo needs to push into the Super Bowl conversation. And in the grand scheme of NFL history, this would be one of the most significant trades of the modern era, on par with legendary deals like the Herschel Walker trade or the Rams' recent blockbuster for Stafford and Ramsey. Imagine Crosby lining up next to Ed Oliver and Greg Rousseau. Imagine the chaos they could cause. Opposing quarterbacks would tremble at the sight of him in Buffalo's blue. The league's elite would have no answer. And the best part: this isn't just a short-term fix. This is a franchise-defining move that could elevate Buffalo from playoff contenders to outright Super Bowl favorites. And I promise you, this story is far from over. The next 48 hours will be critical. The league is on a knife's edge, waiting for the word to break. Every insider knows it's coming, because when the ink dries and the deal is announced, history will be made. The NFL will never be the same again. So I ask you, are you ready to witness history? Because once this secret explodes, everything changes. And trust me, the biggest story of 2026 is just about to unfold right before your eyes. Remember, this isn't just a rumor. It's a ticking time bomb. The countdown has started. Get ready for the most explosive, most jaw-dropping, most unforgettable NFL story you will ever see. Because what's coming is not just news, it's a revolution. And it all begins right now.